Ba, 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 ba. Hey, Summerlin, how are you? It's Friday, October 4th. Hope you had a great week. We're into the last quarter of the year, October, November, December. 90 days left in the year, but we all know it's not 90 days. It's more like, 60? 45, depending upon your lifestyle, your family, travel, the holidays, taking time off. But now is a good time to prepare for 2025. If you're not where you want to be for this year, it's okay. There are some things you could start doing now for next year. And if you missed the meeting yesterday, Justin Taylor did a great presentation. And again, if you didn't make the meeting, make sure you go to the YouTube channel and watch his presentation. It's only about 30 minutes, but he talked about using Canva, Matrix, and creating a CMA, okay? Let's say you're working 20 days out of the month. Over the next 3 months, that's 60 to 20, 40, 60 days. You could crank out 1 or 2 or 3 CMAs a day if you put your mind to it, okay? And send them to people in your database or to a subdivision that you're thinking about farming, okay? He came up with some really cool techniques where, quick example, you've been talking to a seller for months. They want to sell, they don't want to sell. They think the house is worth $600,000, but you know it's only worth $530, okay? But they're stuck at 600. You could use his template that's on the Facebook page and take the Zestimate from Zillow or the Redfin or the Realtor.com valuation and use that and email or text it to your client. Hey Judy, it's Tim over at Realty One Group. Haven't spoken to you in a couple of months. I know you were thinking about selling. Down below in this text message, Judy, Zillow thinks your house is worth X. Realtor.com thinks it's worth Y. What do you think it's worth? Would love to talk to you about it. Take care, Tim. You send out 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 of those over the next 2 or 3 months, you're gonna get a response. People are gonna respond back to you. They're curious what their house is worth, okay? And what's cool about it is, according to, let's say, Tom Ferry, you gotta talk to 45 or 50 people. You have to have 50 conversations with people, not texts, not emails, actual conversations face-to-face or on the phone to make a deal, to have a transaction. So it is a great way of cranking out 2 or 3 CMAs a day over the next 2 or 3 months, getting them out to potential sellers, and getting the conversation started. And that's all you want. You want to start a conversation that will lead to listings in 2025. So please watch Justin's presentation on the YouTube channel. It's really good stuff. Some other stuff I want to tell you guys about. Last year, in case you're wondering, let's see if you can see this. Realty One did a little over 6,000 transactions and $2 billion in volume. Okay, we all remember the $2 billion because we are one of the ones that had to pay the big fines. Now this year, we've already had as many closings as last year, and we've surpassed the production. We're at 2.2 billion in the first 9 months of 2024. So when people say the market is slow or I'm not making any money, we have a lot of Realty One Group agents that are making money. We're already surpassing last year. So if you're not having the year that you thought you would, Justin's idea of the CMA is a great jump start to get 25 started for you, okay? Some other stuff that I want to talk about. Congratulations to Damon, to Janet, Mary, Haya, Carol Turkhorn, Liz Montgomery. Hopefully I didn't forget anyone. They all did over $2 million in September. Bryce Edwards did over $3 million last month. And Daryl Brown did 5.9 million last month. Congratulations, Daryl. Congratulations to all of you. A phenomenal month. Keep it going into 2025. I sent everyone a video yesterday about unrepresented buyers. It's very important that you watch that video and read the attachment from NVR that's with it, because you're going to be getting a lot of buyers that want you to represent them, but they don't want to pay you. I know it sounds crazy, but they're thinking they're going to save money and be unrepresented. They're going to write up their own offer, okay? Or if you have a listing, then they'll call you directly, and they don't want to pay any fees, but they want you to represent them indirectly, okay? You got to be careful, okay? Once you start having a conversation with a buyer about how to fill out the contract, even though you're not doing it, that's where implied agency occurs, and you got to be careful. So if you run into that conversation where they don't want to have anyone represent them, or they're going to write up their own offer, please call me and call Wendy. Let us talk about it first. I've had a few of your agents already. I've spoken to their clients, and there's no reason for a buyer not to have an agent represent them. Even though now, technically, the buyer is supposed to pay the buyer's agent's commission, we all know that in most cases the seller's paying it, okay? So just be wary of that. Also, be wary of dual agency, okay? We're getting a lot of dual agency. Nothing wrong with it. When I was an agent, I loved it. I killed it with short sales with dual agency, okay? But you have to do it right. So before you represent both sides, again, reach out to me, reach out to Wendy. We want to make sure you're covered. We don't want your license to be in jeopardy. We don't want to get a lawsuit 6 months from now, okay? Even though all your intentions were well intended, you'd be surprised 3 to 6 months down the road, they'll throw you under the bus in a heartbeat if they think they think you did something wrong. So kind of keep that in mind, okay? Also in the newsletter, thank you all that have sent other agents in from other companies. We've hired a Century 21 agent, 2 Coldwell Banker recruits have come in, 1 from Remax has come in. I appreciate that. And again, if you send in 3, you're free for a year. Your $100 a month goes away for a year. But in addition to that, corporate is running an incentive for the month of October. If you send someone in to me and Wendy and they join us in October, you're going to be put in a raffle for winning $1,111. We love the number 1 here at Realty One Group, okay? So it's corporate is sponsoring it, $1,111. Someone's going to win that money who was nice enough to send in a agent to me or Wendy to interview and to possibly hire. So kind of keep that in mind, all right? Don't forget, down below is the Matterport video of the office. If you haven't seen that before, please watch it. It's a pretty cool video. I think you'll enjoy it, okay? And also, a lot of you are forgetting that we pay for your post-licensing and your CE credits, okay? As long as you go to Key Realty School. In the newsletter, if you scroll down, you'll see Key Realty School, you'll see the domain name. Visit that website if you need CE credits anytime soon, okay? Last but not least, on the BBRA, a lot of you are filling it out, and let's say you're putting 3% as your commission. Nothing wrong with that, okay? But then as you make offers and you go into escrow, you are taking less than 3%. Okay, so it's important that when you get that BBRA signed, you get it into Sky Slope so I can sign it. Then several weeks later, once you go into escrow, if that 3% is higher or lower, you have to cross it off, put the correct percentage, and have your buyer sign it, and then upload that BBRA a second time with the correct amount you're being paid. Very important. Okay, a lot of us are forgetting to do that, and your closing package is coming in, and your BBRA says 3%, but you really got 2.5%. And that's where we can get in trouble with the real estate division. They have to match, okay? So keep that in mind. If you get stuck on that or you're not sure, reach out to me, Wendy, or Maria. We'll all help you with it, okay? All right, gang, other than that, that's all I got for you. Enjoy the weekend. Football is back. If you're a baseball fan like I am, the playoffs are here for my Mets and my Yankees, so I'm cheering on the New York clubs this weekend. So, again, I'll be around all weekend if you need anything, okay? Thank you, folks. Appreciate you so much. Bye-bye.